Hello, completed Diablo 3 on PlayStation 3, also released on PlayStation 4. Have some good things to tell. It is RPG with isometric view, as it was in Diablo 1, 2 and Neverwinter Nights, which is a rarity. The essence of the game is not a complicated story or a many-hour search for some cave with a monster or a relic, but constant battles with crowds of monsters, and it is great. To describe these crowds of monsters, I will tell that in appropriate situation with one strong attack I could simultaneously kill 15 enemies. The game is well optimized for PlayStation 3. The transport on a console in terms of controls was made so good that you could think it was designed exactly for consoles. Controlling a character is very responsive and being realized through the left stick, which is in my opinion more convenient than through the mouse. And what is also very important, whatever happens in the screen, no matter how many monsters and allies fight in battle, the game does not lag or slow down, and also has an outstanding multiplayer. The first thing that astonishes in the game is how fast and easily a player immerses in the gameplay. There are no stupid tutorials, introductions and other excessiveness. Watched the opening cutscene, chose the difficulty level, a character class, gave the name to your character and began playing. After you play a bit, you begin to understand how much effort developers put in visuals. Models of characters and monsters are made so good as it is necessary for games with an isometric view, while the best thing about graphics is the beauty of environments and of visual effects from using magic and skills, and it is impossible to express with words how exploding, scattering, vanishing enemies after their death complement the gameplay. The animation and voice acting is also at an adequate level. But all good things said above are nothing compared to the refined list of characters' skill. Acquiring a new level, you do not get an opportunity to raise one of characteristics, agility, endurance and others, but get new skills. As a new skill, there can be a physical attack, magic attack, a defense spell. The best thing is that they practically do not duplicate each other. It gives a great freedom for a fantasy and choosing combat tactics depending on number and strength of enemies. For example, the skill Exploding Touch makes enemies explode after their death, dealing damage to all nearby enemies equal to the half of enemies' health. If you combine this skill with the one that gathers a bunch of enemies in a close area and deals a good damage, you will leave them no chance to survive. It must be said that with each new level you will get 2 or 3 new skills, and it maintains the diversity of the gameplay. The diversity is also being maintained by the random generation of dungeons. Let's count approximately how many skills a completely leveled up character has. A character has 6 groups of active skills, plus 3 slots for passive. I will not tell about passive skills because they are not the most important. Active skills are arranged in 6 groups with about 4 skills in each. For each group you can choose one to use. Thus, simultaneously you can use up to 6 skills. Moreover, each skill has 4 or 5 upgrades. It is important that the 30th level upgrade is not better than the one of the 15th level. It's just different. In total, 6 by 4 and by 5 gives about 120 possible sets of skills for each class. And keep in mind that there are 5 character classes with its own skills. What is the role of skills? The use of the first group skills does not require an expense of mana or any other resource depending on your class. All other better skills, the stronger ones, usually require an expense of mana, but mana replenishes fast, due to which strong skills can be used constantly. And the higher the difficulty level, the more precisely you must choose skills and more often use them. The overall opinion is following. Diablo 3 is the case when authors do not bother themselves with inferior things, but just give us a refined and not boring gameplay. The last thing I want to tell about is that the game is made for the multiple walkthrough. There are many reasons to it. During the subsequent walkthrough you open new difficulty levels, in which enemies are stronger and the loot, weapon armor, is better. In the new walkthrough you can take your already upgraded character, which I strongly recommend if you play on a higher difficulty level. Also, in one walkthrough I gained only a half of upgrades for skills. If you want to get a wider view of the game, you may watch an hour-long fragment of gameplay available on my channel. See you later.